Solo PvP is one of the hardest ways to play Hourglass in Sea of Thieves. Having to manage helmet, cannons, water, repairs, boarding and angle all in one is incredibly hard, and only some of the top players can do it seamlessly, which is why I'm doing it today. Solo PvP is the absolute best and fastest way to improve in Sea of Thieves, so I've challenged myself to get a champion streak as a solo to get me one step closer to the prized skeleton curse. So I started out my journey having awful knowledge of the roles in solo. My first opponent wasn't the best though, and after a few exchanges of cannon fire, he missed the board on my ship and couldn't get a mermaid and ultimately sunk himself. I was feeling pretty hyped and went instantly into my second match until I realized the reason why average players don't play solo. This person I was versing was an absolute sweatlord, and after he sprayed me with cannons and boarded my ship without me realizing, I thought it was over. Oh my god, oh my god. I continually bucketed my ship, trying not to sink, and luckily for me, his ship had crashed to a nearby island and sunk. The supplies this guy had were insane, and I instantly dived for my next battle. This guy was the complete opposite of the person I just versed, and after a few minutes of bucketing his ship, he had sunk for my streak of 3. Now this was going way too well for my first attempt, and before I knew it, I versed an absolute sweatlord, which after getting down my mast for the 20th time and circling around me, he finally boarded for the final blow. Now attempt 2 was off to an awful start. I versed this guy who spammed chain shots left, right and center and hit every single one. I got really annoyed but was still standing my ground until he started taking the piss out of me and only shot chain shots. This guy was obviously really good and won against me because I couldn't keep up with the sinking. But he was a really bad sport and started shooting my ship after it had sunk as a way of dominance. And to make it even better, I versed this guy again and again and again until I versed somebody new. Now me and this person were pretty even, but having an anchor ball and an annoying glitch happen to me, we killed each other! He ultimately won the game. For 5 attempts, I wasn't doing very well, and so attempt 6, I decided to sweat it out. Unfortunately, I was in the fog, but that didn't stop me from hitting all my cannons, boarding him and killing him for the sink. The second game was against a Fate to Fortune ship, and after a very intense fight, you gotta go? Oh, GG man. Now for my third battle, I versed the Skeleton Curse. The curse I've been going for this whole time, and I decided to go God mode.
What's this standstill?
Yeah, that's what I found. Somebody blocked.
Go on, me too.
Hold on, I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna get some wood.
Oh yeah,
I
can get up the game. Yeah, let's go.
Now after getting my third streak again, it was time for one last battle. And I lost. That's the solo PvP experience.